The latest snapshot of all the main areas of the economy shows there was growth in the final 3 months of last year, a little slower than the previous quarter, but solid enough. The Chancellor, George Osborne, visiting a science park in Oxford, said the economy was on the right track.
Economic growth is broadly based, with manufacturing growing more than other sectors. And that's evidence the long-term economic plan is working, but I'm the first to say the job isn't done. And the biggest risk to the recovery would be to abandon that plan that is creating jobs and a brighter future.
The economy's moved on a lot since the collapse of Woolworths during the depths of the recession. 5 years ago I met former Woolworths staff who lost their jobs when the Corby store closed. Steve was the manager. I caught up with him this week. Another retailer had taken over the store. He and his former colleagues have got new jobs, a symbol of economic recovery.
Certainly with that volume of unemployment at the time, I didn't know how I sat in the big sort of realm of re-employment. I mean, fortunately, we've come into better times and Woolworths staff as a whole were well sought after.
From its peak in early 2008, economic output fell sharply. Then came a slow recovery which picked up last year. Even so, it's still more than 1% below where it was before the recession. Different sectors vary. Services, for example finance and retail, is 1.3% above its previous peak, but manufacturing is still 8.2% lower and construction is 11.2% down. There are signs, though, that manufacturing's gaining momentum. This packaging business in Northamptonshire was confident enough last year to invest in a major warehouse expansion. More staff have been taken on.
We invested in this new premises to support some of our...
The boss told me their success reflected growth in the wider economy.
We do a large cross-section of different companies, from engineering and retailers and manufacturing, etc. And we've certainly seen over the last 18 to 24 months that things have been picking up.
The economy's growing, jobs are being created, but many in work are still feeling a squeeze because cost of living increases are running well ahead of average pay rises. Most economists expect that to change sometime over the next year, but right now, some may feel the recovery hasn't quite got to them. So there's still a way to go for the economy, but at least there's growth, and the UK's performance is ahead of many other leading economies. Hugh Pym, BBC News.